For thousands of students in Michigan, traditional schooling is taking a back seat to virtual learning. They're turning to cyber classrooms to get their education. And now we're not talking about college kids. The Michigan Department of Education says more than 11,000 students enrolled in K through 12 are getting their education online. And there are a number of reasons why. 7 Action News reporter Allie Hoxie joins us live with this growing trend. And Allie, you spoke to one high school student. Why did she decide to get her education online?
Well, 14-year-old Jasmine Mead said that she was being bullied so much so she couldn't even focus on her schoolwork. Her parents turning to virtual online schoolings to help her put her in a safe environment.
When it got to that point and the thought of losing our child, it wasn't worth it. No education's worth losing your child.
For Jasmine Mead, school has not always come easy. That's because of bullying.
I was getting called names. People pushed me into stuff.
Jasmine is now enrolled in 9th grade through Inside of Michigan. This is her first year attending an online school.
Last year I was more really sad and trying to just make it through school day, but now I can make it through school day.
According to the Michigan Department of Education, there are only 13 verified virtual schools in the state. Per Michigan law, virtual schools are defined as charter schools that provide full-time instructions to students through online learning.
What we're here to do is to try to provide another option for students, especially students who do not fit the mold of a brick and mortar public school.
James Middleditch is the assistant director of Way Michigan Virtual School. He says bullying is one reason why students are turning to them. They also serve low-income students having to work to support families, students involved in sports or other on-the-road activities, or teens who have children. Numbers from the Michigan Department of Education show the number of students choosing online schooling increasing from year to year.
When we first started back 5 years ago, we had probably about 60 students, and we peaked a couple years ago at almost 300, and we're on par to get to about 300 again next fall.
For Jasmine's mother, this virtual schooling has been a lifesaver.
I am blessed to have this option for her, because without this option, I can't guarantee that she'd be here today.
Now, there is a big difference between homeschooling and virtual schooling. Virtual schooling, they set the curriculum up, they set up the tests, and they even have a teacher on standby. Homeschooling, you're in charge of everything as a parent, so this way you can be a little bit more hands-on as a parent in virtual schooling compared to being the head of the classroom.
Well, Allie, since Jasmine is now getting a virtual education, how does she handle the social interaction? That's an important part of your teenage years. How does she handle that issue?
It definitely is, and she tells me she does have friends and she does get involved through activities through Inside of Michigan. For example, they just had a bowling league a couple weeks ago, and they even have prom. So there are ways that she can still stay social and have a fun teenage year.
All right. Thank you so much, Allie Hoxie, for insight on virtual education here in Michigan.